Alright YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about things that are not worth the money. I wanted to get this part out as quickly as possible because of the fact that the first part of this video did so well and it got so much engagement and you guys really seemed to enjoy that. So I wanted to make sure that this part got out in conjunction with that. So with that being said, so many of you engaged with it that I ended up passing the 500 subscriber mark. And for that, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed, commented, or liked my videos. Your engagement with my channel, one, really means a lot to me. Two, it's really helped this channel grow into something. And yeah, I'm just really grateful to all of you. So thank you again for engaging with the channel, and I will be doing a Q&A very soon. So if you have a question that you want to see featured, make sure to just comment down below your question. That'll be easiest for me. I'll be able to see it, I'll capture it, and then I'll include it in the Q&A video. So with that being said, let's get into it. For the watch enthusiasts, today I'm wearing my Rolex Submariner 126610, and I just felt like wearing my good watch today. You know, every now and then you just feel like dressing up. So today we are talking about things that, unlike my Rolex Submariner, are absolutely not worth the money, in my opinion. So the first thing that I believe is not worth the money, and this is kind of a two-parter, it's going to be expensive alcohol and partying/clubbing. Alcohol, in my opinion, especially when you consume it regularly, is just not worth it. Unless you're like a collector/connoisseur of, you know, fine wines or spirits, which let's be real, is very few of us out there. It's just not worth it for what you pay for and for what it does to your body. It's especially not worth it when you drink it to excess and, you know, you have a hangover the next day. You really have to ask yourself if consuming alcohol in large amounts is worth it if you feel like crap the morning after. And in my opinion, I don't think it is. So with that comes along partying/clubbing. This is very nuanced. If you do it a few times when you're in your early 20s, you know, it's super fun and it's a really enjoyable experience actually. And I can personally recall when I was stationed in Asia, I had the opportunity to, you know, go out and just enjoy myself either every week or every other week, or yeah, every weekend or every other weekend. And you know, my friends and I, we would go out and we would go bar hopping or we would go drinking. Sometimes we would catch flights to mainland and go night clubbing, and it was just a really fun time. You know, I made a lot of friends and I was able to bond with these people over those experiences. But I will say that those experiences did not come without a cost. The lack of sleep that I incurred was really detrimental to my health. Lack of sleep and the excessive consumption was really bad for my fitness goals. Like, it set me back a very long time, and you know, for a very long time I was like stagnating in the gym because of it. And so I was being my own worst enemy then. And the amount of money that you end up spending on, you know, doing these things really does take a toll on your bank account. I was fortunate because I was stationed in Japan that I didn't have a lot of fixed expenses, so I was still able to save a lot of money while doing these things. But you know, God knows how much further along I could be in life if I had not been so crazy by consuming alcohol and buying alcohol. You know, I'd probably be a lot further along in life if I was not, you know, drinking as much. And I can say now that, you know, in my current position, I am a watch collector. I collect firearms, and I shoot those firearms a lot, which in and of itself is quite expensive. I can tell you 100% that I would not be able to do either of those things I would not be able to afford either of those things at all if I was still partying the way that I used to in when I was like 21, 22, or 23, you know? Like I'm 27 years old now, I have a mortgage, I have, you know, more responsibilities than I used to. And for me, like going out and clubbing every weekend and like partying and just drinking and, you know, waking up on Sunday with a hangover, like that's just not who I am anymore. That's not something I can do. And, you know, even though I'm grateful for those experiences that I had when I was younger, I've moved on from that phase in my life, and I just don't feel like that is something that you should be. I don't feel like that is something that you should be falling into and continuing all throughout early adulthood. Yeah, you have too many things to do in life, and you do not want to get caught up in that frankly like time-sucking habit and money-sucking habit. It's just not worth it. Period. Now that we're done talking about that, the next thing that I want to discuss that is totally not worth the money is expensive designer clothing. I think quality pieces of clothing curated over time can really lend to building a great wardrobe. And I know that's not really apparent to see from looking at me because I wear this shirt all the time on this channel, but just bear with me. If you go out and you take the time to curate like actual high quality pieces, not just pieces that have like giant logos slapped on them, but actual like high quality pieces using good materials that are made well and that will last you for years to come. If you go out and look for pieces like that, then you will be able to build a much better, much nicer, and much more long-lasting wardrobe. As opposed to just, you know, buying X, Y, and Z once a week from Louis Vuitton or, you know, Balenciaga or Dior. As an example, you know, Balenciaga sells a pair of distressed jeans for around $3,000 that has like fake mud stains on them and it's like pre-torn and pre-ripped up, and it's just one of the dumbest things ever in my opinion. Like, I don't see why anybody would pay $3,000 for that, let alone at all. Because one, it looks like trash. And two, it's just, I don't see that item of clothing being very versatile or holding up well over the span of time. It's a waste of money, period. And there's nothing that anybody can say that is going to convince me otherwise. Beyond that, a more down-to-earth example, I guess, would be Dior selling $330 socks on their website. I'll put up a screenshot of that right now, but Dior actually does this. Like, these socks are not special in any way. They're just regular socks that say Dior on them, and they are $300. To me, I think that is absolutely ridiculous. I can go onto Amazon right now and order a 6-pack of Adidas socks for $13 or somewhere around there. Like, it's just not worth it, and you cannot convince me otherwise. So, enough about that. The next thing I want to talk about that's not worth it is going to be trendy gadgets. So, things like the new iPad that just got released, the Apple Watch and the Apple Watch Ultra that get released every single year, the new iPhone, like the new iPhone's coming up this year. Like, at a certain point, if you're upgrading every single year and the gadgets and the stuff that you already own is still in working condition, you're just wasting your money, in my opinion. You're not really getting a tangible benefit out of upgrading your devices every single year the way you would if you waited 2 or 3 years and then upgraded. For me personally, the way I do things is I upgrade once every 3 years, like I just mentioned. So prior to having this iPhone 14 Pro that I'm filming this video on right now, I had an iPhone 11 Pro Max, and then prior to that, I had the iPhone 8, and then prior to that, I had the iPhone 6S. So, like, those are the only iPhones I have owned, and I have resisted the temptation to upgrade every year ever since I got my own job, and I can say that at least in some small way, that has helped me in saving my money. So try to avoid upgrading every single year. And if you really want that new gadget, wait for the next generation to come out, and then you will notice a big step up in performance, in my opinion. But beyond that, the next thing I want to talk about that is not worth it is gym memberships that you don't use regularly. So some of you who watched the last video will notice that I did mention gym memberships, and I am sticking by that. But the key word here is that you have to use your gym membership regularly. If you sign up for a gym and then you just never go, right? What good is that doing for you? Nothing. It's not. It's not doing any good for you at all. You have to start going. If you're paying for a gym membership already, start going. If you don't feel like you're gonna actually go to the gym on a regular basis, you need to, you shouldn't sign up for a gym membership. I'll just say that. Because if you're not gonna go, it's not gonna be worth it. You should find a form of fitness and working out that is good for you, that you can stay committed to and that you can keep up with and be consistent with. And it doesn't matter whether that's a gym membership or calisthenics in the park or running or whatever, right? But you have to find a form of working out and a form of fitness that you can actually stay consistent with that will give you real benefits, right? Because working out and health and fitness should be a priority for everyone in this world. I firmly believe that. You don't have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, you don't have to be like the biggest person in the room, but you should be working out enough to take care of your body, and you should be healthy enough to you know, pick up your body weight or push up your body weight or pull it up, right? Like, these things are important. You only get one body. You don't get another one. You don't get a replacement. And I can guarantee you that you know, the cost of being overweight far outweighs the cost of either a gym membership or some at-home workout equipment, right? But if you're not working out, you need to start. That is my point here. The last thing that I want to talk about, and this kind of ties in with the previous point, is going to be junk food. Now, junk food is a tough one, right? Because you know, we all cave now and then. We all have our moments of weakness. On Friday, actually, I ordered pizza for my guys, and I brought it into work, and we all had like a small pizza party, you know, like as part of Employee Appreciation Day, I guess. And you know, so we all have moments like that, you know. Every now and then, I myself will like go to McDonald's and order a double cheeseburger. But for me, it's not a regular thing, and I believe that regular trips to, be it McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, like Domino's, Popeyes, like insert fast food brand here, right? Regular trips to these places will absolutely cost you more money than if you just go to the grocery store and meal prep, right? It is going to cost you money in your bank, and it's going to cost you your overall health. Look, I eat and drink Huel on a daily basis. I actually have some right here. And this video is not sponsored, by the way. I genuinely enjoy using this product. I love what they do, and I support their company because the stuff that they put out is just really amazing. So again, not sponsored, but I do use Huel because their stuff is plant-based, it is healthy, it has all of the necessary macro and micronutrients I need to have a healthy diet. And you know, when I do go out and have like the occasional double cheeseburger or a slice of pizza or a big steak, right? Like, I don't feel guilty eating those things the way I would if I was, you know, consuming that regularly. So for me, Huel has been the answer in my life to A, saving money, and then B, eating healthy. It's kind of like a cheat code for me. But I will say you don't have to do that. You don't have to get Huel. You don't have to like go plant-based or whatever. You can just go to the grocery store, get some simple ingredients, and start meal prepping. That's going to take a little more legwork on your end, but in my opinion, it's going to save you a lot of money compared to eating junk food and eating out constantly. Yeah, at the end of the day, junk food is not nutritious. If you're eating it regularly, you're going to feel terrible when you do eat it, and at the end of the day, your bank account is going to suffer as well, along with your physical health. So stay away from constant junk food and fix yourself. So that's going to be it for this video. I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. I'll probably be doing a part 3 to this series if this series gets enough engagement. So let me know what you guys think of this video down in the comments below. And again, I am doing a Q&A soon, so if you have questions for me, make sure to leave them down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.